I'm a warrior. I go to the core. I am invictus. Nothing crushes me, nothing.
You can hold the outside this time, Mike. Oh, Sabansky binned it. No way. No way, binned. Get on the marbles, mate. Get on the marbles, pal. Oh, no, 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 no. My throttle stuck. Oh, my God. Throttle stuck. It's over. Oh my God. Okay. Oh my God, there's no way, bro. Bro, I swear to God, this can't be happening to me, bro.
Throw a punch at me, good trick. See if I can dodge it. Just my dodging skills, innit? Damn.
Yo, 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 lads, inside. Jeez. What's going on, lads? Hold on, hold on. What is asking me for? A passcode. Right. Yes, lads. Oi, it is time for some community races. So what we're going to do, I'm going to see how much people turn up, bro. I'm probably going to give it like 10 minutes or so. And then I'm going to see how many people turn up. And we're going to do a Bahrain outer loop, 35-minute race, and times 2 fuel. I'm going to leave it on fixed. I'm going to leave it on fixed because I know a lot of people just don't really have a setup, or they don't really want to indulge in making setups and stuff. So we'll leave it on fixed. But I'm going to set it up. Yo, Zach, what's going on, bro? I'm going to set the lobby up, but I'll probably leave it for 10 minutes or so. Wait for more people to get in. The password is in the description, and I'm going to put the password in the chat, actually. Let me put the password in the chat. What phone is that? The Samsung. It's not an iPhone, lad. It's not an iPhone, all right? Let me just put the lobby name up. Right. Boom. In this mess. Right. Lads. Give it 10 minutes or so, and we'll get the lobby up. 10 minutes, bro. Your Bluetooth broke today. Damn. How did that happen? I was gonna do Interlagos, but I thought most people have definitely grinded the outer loop, so I felt like the outer loop would probably be better for everybody. Okay, different phone. Or is it iPhones aren't the most popular phones out there? Like iPhones are pretty much the most popular phones everywhere. I don't even like iPhones, apart from the camera. The only thing I like. What I said, damn. Phone stream. What was I saying? Yeah, I don't do iPhone. Only the only thing I like is the camera. My daughter's got an iPhone 16, I think. But anyway, yeah. Hope everyone's good at the Bahrain outer loop. Hope everyone is ready to race. It's only 35 minutes, so it shouldn't be anything too long. I was thinking of doing like an hour-long race, but I know a lot of people just, I don't know. A lot of people don't want to do the extra long races. So I thought 35 minutes would be perfect. Made the fuel ×2, so you know pit stops will be. It'd still require you to make a pit stop. It's GT3 only as well. So you guys are waiting. We'll wait for another 5 minutes. Get that lobby on the go. Is there, bro? My phone's on contract, so in fact, where's my contract might be up this year. I might be due an upgrade this year, actually. So actually, I think I am due an upgrade. But I'll be honest, guys. I'm someone, I don't even care about phones, bro. I can't lie. Like, genuinely, my phone it means nothing to me. Literally just to make phone calls. Other than that, I don't really use it. A lot of people, like, their phone's their life. It's not like that for me at all. But what did you guys think of the F1 on the weekend, man? Who are you gonna go with? What's the best provider where you're at? I think in the UK, I think it's like BT. I think BT are the best, but I'm on Virgin Media. Right. Cable internet, not 5G crap. Yeah, I don't use wireless at all. I haven't used wireless for years, bro. Right. I wonder what car should I even take today, bro? I don't want to mess around and take something that I'm gonna crash. Like, not that it matters, because it's not like there's any ranking in this race, so it doesn't really matter. But I might take something a little different. I'm gonna put a practice session on anyway. Hey, the Aston's good. I'm probably gonna start from the back, but again, it depends on how much people show up, because there might not be anyone that shows up. So I put this out pretty much last minute. No, I made it fixed. The Aston's the best car on open. On open setup, the Aston is the best car. So the best tire wear. It's fast. It's quick in the wet. The only drawback the Aston has is that it takes too long to heat up the tires, so you may struggle to get a lap in quali, but on race pace, the Aston's rapid. But yeah, guys, what did you think of Monaco, man? Man, there needs to be some discussions of whether Monaco is even relevant anymore. You know, the Monaco Grand Prix is just, it's a tough watch, man. Tough watch. All right, for all you guys joining now, if you don't know, we're doing a little community race. Make sure you jump in if you can. I'm gonna set up the lobby in about 3 minutes for everyone to join. Lobby names up there, passwords up there, so you guys shouldn't have no problems. All right, open it then. Bro, who's been drinking yourself? Who? Nah, don't give me mummy. You had some already, innit? How many? 1. I know you've had more than 1 because the whole bottle's gone. It's mummy, yeah? Alright, go ahead. Yeah, this is fixed, bro. This is fixed. All right. Yeah, this is fixed. I'm not gonna make it too much for people, man, because I know if it was open, it just becomes a sweat fest, man. Hey, cheers, Nicholas. Right, let's get this lobby up. Press server. Right, hopefully this lobby should show up in a minute in the hosted department. The server name is Cryptic Community. Password is TMG in capitals, bro. It might take a minute to show up. Might be on the 3rd page, so we'll have to wait a sec. A few people doing the outer loop. I like the outer loop, man. It's a good circuit, bro. Just wait for it to go up. Taking its time, bro. There you go. Damn, I didn't check. Whoa, the server name's Cryptic Training, apparently. Don't have to change that. Hold on. It was supposed to be community. I swear I changed it. But the server name is Cryptic Training. Yo, Richard, what's going on, bro? Let me just type this in. You're gonna try the BMW. Cool, cool. All right, let me know when you get in. In this message instead. I'm jumping in. What am I gonna take, bro? Decisions. Yo, review, what's going on, bro? Okay, you're in. What am I taking? What am I taking? Do I want to be different for a race? Should I try for, bro? I'd never drive a Ferrari, bro, especially on default. Why not? Why not for one instance? For one instance, I go Ferrari. Well, this race is fixed as well, so. So Rory, jump in, man. If you just go into the hosted bit, you should be able to find the lobby. Last time you drove the BMW. Why is it raining? God. No, why is it? No. We're backing out. We're backing out because it's changed. The settings have changed, lads. There should be no rain. There should be no rain whatsoever. Where does this come from? Why is there rain now? Oh, he's still at work. Okay. But why is there rain? Let me look. No, I didn't say out rain. Let me have a look because it might be okay. Let me look at the weather slot. It should be okay, actually. It should be okay. Nice. Yeah, all the weather slots are clear. Not sure why the hell it's raining. Chance of rain is like 0, so I don't get it. Yeah, false alarm, lads. False alarm. Although it's raining in practice for whatever reason, I have no idea why. Jump out. Why is it, bro? I have no idea why it's set to rain, bro. Right, let me go back in the Ferrari. Mark, you should be able to jump in there.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah. Made a mistake somewhere, but should be alright, mate. Just go into the way it says hosted. When you go to online, it says hosted. You should see like cryptic training or whatever. And then password is just TMG in capital. Not drive this car. Let's see if it It's only me here.
Locking enabled.
I'm gonna try this Ferrari anyway. It's probably my fault because I decided to do a community race pretty late today. I was just gonna do the normal Bahrain race, but I think we've missed that now anyway. Uh-oh. Oh my God. What is this kid done to my pedal? Oh my God. He's moved my load cell, bro. Oh my days. Oh my God. Wonderful. How's he managed to do this, bro? My son's moved my load cell, bro. Hold on, bro. You can still jump in, bro. Yeah, jump in, bro. Oh no, jump back in, Zach. Okay. Done. Fixed.
Log building finished.
Bro, I jumped. I put my foot down on the pedal and there was literally basically just no pedal travel whatsoever. Like, what the hell was going on? That's called having a son.
Logging enabled.
Okay. I thought I messed up the lobby settings, but I didn't. I don't think I've driven this car more than 3 or 4 times since it's come out. I'm gonna be all over the place, lads. I feel like my son's put something in my pedals, I swear. It feels mad stiff for whatever reason. I'm definitely hitting something anyway when I brake. I thought I fixed my pedals, I haven't. Alright. I had to fix this before it does my head in.
Log building finished.
What has he done? Lads. Yo, 90s, bro. How you doing, bro? Well, it was going great until I realized my son's done something to my pedals. Alright. Bro, just better fix it. Mark, you managed to figure it out?
I don't understand why it's telling me I've not got the content. It's a bit weird. Like it's not downloaded them cars.
Hasn't downloaded the cars?
That's what it seems like. But then when I go on my finger, it's...
What? Wait, what? When you go into the list, you can't find the cars or something?
Yeah, because it wasn't showing me them cars from Part
It's
3 when I was
because you gotta change the year, innit? For 2024, mate.
On what?
Maybe share your screen. Let me see.
Yeah, what's that? Checking the files were right.
I don't think it's a files issue, mate. I think when you go into like jump into like a server, sometimes it doesn't show the new cars because you got to switch the year.
Yeah, I was just saying that I couldn't come in because I didn't have
You must have not downloaded
the
everything.
DLC, and then when I go on this, it shows me they got added on September 17th, and it's got ticks next to all the packs and the shit.
Make sure you install them.
There's no button to like, it's just saying like it's already installed.
I know, mate. What, did you restart the game? Try again.
Share your screen. Yeah.
I have done.
Oh, you haven't.
What do you mean? I've just done it then. Did I do it? Alright.
Gotta go in the game. Let me see when you try and join the hosted lobby, mate.
Right, pack it in.
Yeah, let's see. Some technical difficulties, I guess. People's DLC's not showing up and stuff. Ah, yeah, go to hosted then. Yeah, go up. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, I was doing this, and then when I've done that, and I put
TMG caps. TMG capital.
TMG.
Yeah. TMG. TMG. Jobs are good, mate. You're right.
Yeah, I thought you said thingy before, but it didn't tell me that it didn't say the password wrong, but it said
Oh,
you
you
didn't have
put
the content.
password wrong. I did.
Yeah, it did say.
It
It says you've not got the content.
Nah,
the password.
bugging. You not getting on, Carl?
No, I'll do some cleaning. Right, pack it in, eh?
It is. Right. And there were 4. I'm
Lock
driving this.
enabled.
I'm driving this Ferrari. At least I'm gonna try. Your pedal's sensitive. Recruited 24 hours insurance team. It's not a bad idea. Oh my God. See, that's one of the main reasons I don't mess around with my pedals, bro. I don't like changing anything. I hate changing my pedals because if I forget, I just lose the feeling. Ferrari's got a nice front end. I'll give it that. Like, I used to change my brake pressure for like when I jumped in the cars with no ABS, but yeah, not anymore. But saying that, my son's definitely done something to my pedals because it's doing some weird. Yeah, my travel's gone to like nothing. What's this boy done, man? It's like I keep hitting a brick wall on my pedal.
Log building finished.
What the hell has this boy done? Yeah, LMP2 is incredibly hard. Like, he's done something. Oh, days. The pedal keeps getting stuck. Yo, Yusef, what's going on, bro? Something's gonna be feel. I should have put this out earlier or yesterday. I notice if people can't practice, they don't want to race. I'm not too sure about my TC settings either. 545. I don't know if that's good. Could this induce an upgrade? Possibly. Possibly. My pedals have been like on the edge anyway, bro. I keep getting things like throttle getting stuck down and stuff like that. But I don't get it in any other game, so I don't know if it's just LMU. Yeah, my rig is the old faithful, for sure. The old faithful. Oops. Right, quality. It looks as if 4 of us are actually going to do this. Right.
Logging
Let me see if I can actually drive the Ferrari, bro. Yeah, for sure. I don't know what he's done to my brake pedal, but he's messing about. 1 minute I hit the brake pedal, it's got the normal amount of travel. The next minute I hit the brake pedal, it's got no travel at all. I always tell him, stay away from my stuff, please. And there you go, I've gone to having no travel again. Oh my God. The back end is alive in the Ferrari. Wish it was an excuse. Oh, that's a cut. No. The front end is proper positive on the Ferrari. Look, I'm braking well early. Ain't got enough fuel. Need to box.
That time was a 1:30.57.
Need to get in the box, lads.
Log building finished. Logging enabled.
We found 445 TC. All right, we'll give it a go. It's a 44 5-3. Let's see. Let's see. I don't drive this car, so I don't really know. No, that's what I was looking for. What the tracks would be, but I went on their Discord. There was nothing. $53 to the rear. Just about kept it on. Messed that up. Wonderful. I'm not used to the front end being so pointy. I'm used to understeer. Wide. That's our last lap. See if we can send it. I lost the back end a bit. No. That was not good.
Log building finished.
All right, we'll take it.
Logging enabled.
BMW has no grip. It might be the lobby, bro, because there's not that many people in the lobby. Okay,
Log
cheers. I
building
actually felt
finished.
better in the Ferrari, to be fair. I actually felt a bit better in the Ferrari. Maximum fuel. What was it? 4, 5, 3? Better max out your energy, Mark. Put that shit to max. Yeah, fixed races, man. Might do this. I have a little bit of better balance for that middle sector.
Teams and drivers go to the grid for a race start.
Using 4-4-3. Yeah, I normally use 4-3-3 in the BMW. Okay. I had a recommendation video where I did TC and stuff like that, but because I kind of stay in the same cars all the time, so I'm just used to the Ford. You know what I mean? I'm just used to how the Ford handles. I know what I can get away with on the TC. I've never really been a massive fan of the Ferrari. The only time I really drove the Ferrari a lot is when Interlagos first came out, and I was just testing the track in all the different cars, you know.
Logging enabled.
We're going to need about 8 laps worth of fuel max. Okay, everyone's got their energy right. Okay. This is going to be funny. I don't know what the Ferrari feels like in a race.
Has started.
Williams LMU series. I'll have to give it a little watch. I mean, I put it in my Discord, man. There's only 4 of us showed up anyway, so I'll be doing another one, so don't worry.
Green flag.
The BMW straight line. Jesus, look at the Ford. Oh my God. Okay. Jeez. Yeah, the aero wash behind another car and this thing is insane. Yeah, with the Ford, you get a lot of understeering behind people. With this, it feels like you're getting oversteer. Which is pretty interesting. Okay, doesn't want to slow down. Oh my God. I can see why the Ferrari would be a bit of a handful, to be honest. Gordon Bennett. We're using a lot more than the guys behind us in terms of virtual energy. I think next time I do one of these races, I might take like the Porsche or something, just to see what it's like, you know.
Time 1:30.97.
I swear that the tyre wear is pretty tricky in the Ferrari as well. Yeah, the Ferrari feels decent. I'd have to get used to it. The Aston and you are not friends yet. It's definitely better than the Ford through the middle sector, for sure. Like, it's way more nimble through the little chicane. Rubbish exit.
Time 1:30.88.
I'm still hanging on to it a little bit, like coming out of corners. Oh, you must bend it.
Time 1:30.80.
Oops, we both went deep. Understeer. It's like, it's kind of, no, I wouldn't say it's similar to the Corvette, because I feel like the Corvette's a little bit more pitchy, but obviously the traits of the mid-engine car are definitely there when I compare it to driving the Ford, you know? The poor middle sector. I feel like I'm losing the rear tires already.
Time 1:40.34.
Uh-oh. It's gonna be a big one. I will take it. We'll try and pull off the early strat. We'll try and pull off the early strat, lads. I don't know if it'll work, right? See what we can do. Right, we're taking this one to the end. Zach still pumping in the fast times. Oh, he's pitting too. Beautiful.
Time 2:02.44.
He's pitting at the right time for us. This is not a good lap.
That time was a 1:14.5.
Oh, he's got to stop and go. Sad. I think Mark must have changed tires, man. How's his pit stop been that slow?
Lap 1:14.33.
Oh, job's a good one. Zach's quicker than us, man. Oh my God, the rears are gone. The rears have absolutely gone.
Time 1:14.55.
Really have to feather the throttle through there, man. Because the back end just wants to come round.
Time 1:14.27.
We're doing low 14s, but it's not enough. Wouldn't mind trying to get used to the Ferrari more though.
That time was a 1:14.
It doesn't feel bad. How's Zach's going, bro? Slightly overfueled.
8.29.
When I say slightly, I mean by like 3 laps. Well, we were having a very small community race. I opted to go for the early pit stop, but I've overfueled, which means my pit stop was unnecessarily long. Yeah, he's gone. He still has to pit though.
Time 1:14.38.
Oh. It should be coming in it. Yeah, it's coming in the pits now. If he's refueled it properly, he should be maybe a good 4 or 5 seconds ahead. Oh, he's out already.
Time 1:14.
Yeah, he's definitely refueled it properly. Definitely. Ten minutes to go. I definitely don't think we have the pace or the tires to catch up. His tires should be getting back warm now as well.
That time was a 1:14.48.
Oops, uh-oh. Went in there way too deep. That's what she said. 2 DNFs. They tried, man.
Time 1:14.54.
Yeah, definitely cannot get the acceleration out of turn 1 anymore. Tires struggling too much. Wow. Oh my God. Hanging onto it through there, bro. What if I should change the TC?
That time was a 1:14.7.
Let's try and put the brake bias small rearwards. The Ferrari definitely moves around a lot more underneath you. Oh my God. Bro, it rotates so much. Oh my God. Yeah, definitely. You can feel it. The rear's gone. Could go up on the TC. Don't know if I want to though. No, I'm hanging on to it through there, bro. Literally hanging on. Wow. We'll try this. Got a bad lap.
Time 1:14.98.
See, that felt easier, but the time loss was more. So that means the TC is doing too much. Wow. Then you get the added understeer. I've got so many track warnings, bro. I would definitely struggle to lap consistently in this car. Oh my God. It's the first time I haven't made a mistake for it in a while. Yeah, for sure, like, if you're like a newcomer to the game, I definitely feel like you will find cars like the Ferrari a lot more tricky, like off the back. Wow. I had to auto-correct in the middle of the corner, man. Jeez. Yeah, it's definitely a lot more nervous, you know, to drive the Ferrari, like Corvette. It makes you more nervous. Like a circuit like this is probably not too bad, but some of the other tracks, you probably be shitting yourself, you know? You gotta think this race was only 35 minutes. You're doing longer races, the pain's extended. Understeer. They'll be like 2 laps over. Congratulations, Zach.
Log building finished.
Log building.
Logging
Oh yeah,
enabled.
Motec. I got Motec on. I got the Motec on. We can actually look at the data afterwards as well. Let me park it. Let me park it up behind. Oh shit. Right.
Log building finished.
We were a tenth of the fastest lap. Yeah, the Ferrari tricky, but it's enjoyable though. I feel like I enjoy the Ferrari more than I enjoy the Corvette. The Corvette is just, I won't drive the Corvette unless there's open setup, bro. I can't lie. Like, the Corvette's too much hard work. Yeah, the Porsche's tires are cooked. The only track where I think the Porsche's a decent option is Brazil, and that's only because it's so much faster that you might be able to negate the tire wear. You know? But cheers, Zach, for being a good sport, mate. Even though there's only 4 of us. More races. You see, the thing is, like, obviously, when you do the private races, you have to pay for the service. So it depends how much people show up. They'll only be paying for service and it's just empty. You know? You was on 9 ABS. Wow. So the Ferrari's all right. It's just the rear end goes off very quickly. And then I was noticing out of turn 1, you just start losing all traction, man. Can't get your foot down. Let's see what's going on online. What we got? Intermediate. WC experience. Shall I do this? I did this the other day. Should I do this one, lads? Joey Boyle. Who signed up in the GT3? Did we do this? This guy's in a Ferrari. So normally I take the Ford, but I might take the Aston, bro. Let's try the Aston. Let's try the Aston. Let's give this a go. You still need to get to silver rank. You're not on rank silver yet. How? You should be well past silver. Or at least silver 2. Okay, fair enough. So this is fixed up, right? What am I doing on TC? What I used to use? The Ferrari HP Esports Series. When is that? June 2nd. Interesting. I don't know if I'll do it.
Logging enabled.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Luke will probably be the favorite again. He's probably the fastest guy that uses the Ferrari on this game at the moment, so. See, the problem is with those series is like, you're forced to drive a Ferrari. Oh, okay, yeah. I remember. Understand? Hello? Yeah, the brakes are just not what you want for me in this car. Yeah, why not, man? Why not give it a go? is definitely more tail happy than the other front engine cars. I think the Aston. I'm not sure if that's just tires or. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get used to this. It definitely rotates more. Now this is fixed. Yeah, I listen, I prefer open setup because I can tune the car to how I like it, you know? But it's like most people just do fixed. I was trying to figure out what TC settings I would like.
Lap 2:02.59.
Yeah, I'm well off the pace that I've got in the Ford. I know that much. Doing 2 minutes round here in the Ford. Okay. Yeah, well off the pace that we got in the Ford.
Log building finished.
That's pretty slow. Yeah, I'm like, I had fuel on. Okay. it wasn't as bad as what I was thinking. Like, yo, like well over a second and a half off. Last time we did this race in the Ford, we got like a 2:08 or something. So yeah, we're off pace for sure. Need to get used to the Aston. Let's try 5.44 maybe. Yeah, the Aston definitely rotates more. It rotates more on the brake as well, so need to get used to that also. But it is what it is. I shouldn't really be messing around my driver ranking, but I've already done this race in a Ford, so it's pretty boring to do it again. Alright, I reckon we just go and wait for the race then. Where are we ranked in the log? Oh, we didn't register yet. Good thing I came in there, innit, lads? Danilo Ferrara. Sway's quick. Alexander, this guy's fast. And these lot are trying hard, bro. I need to back out. Do I need to back out the Ford? I think that was gonna have like real guys in here, like doing bits and stuff. Look, none of these guys, lads. What should I do? What should I do? Because none of these guys are in the Ford. What should I do? Should I back out the Ford or should I stay in the Aston? Make a decision quick. We got 1 minute. We got 1 minute. Lads, say take the BMW. Hell no. I don't like the BMW like that, bro. The Ford's got better tyre wear. It's between Ford and Aston. Make it quick. Okay, man said Aston. We stay in Aston then. Nah, I won last time in the Ford. I caught the guy in the BMW, bro. His tires went off. In fixed setup, the Ford's decent. Because I'm basically banking on tire wear, but I'm not gonna be faster than that Alexander Lay guy because he actually drives his car. I don't drive the Aston, so. But I think it's too late now. But the BMW over 40-minute race, the tires went off on the guys that I was racing. They were fast at the beginning, but at the end, I just caught them and just gapped them. So I need to at least get a low 201 in quali in this Aston. I don't drive this car at all. We ranked 4th in the lobby, so we can't do any worse than 4th, lads. Cannot allow ourselves to be anything worse than 4th, bro. All right, bro, no worries, man. Just hit me up on the Discord, bro. We need to figure out. I know the Aston takes time to warm up tires, so we need to figure out what's going to be the best TC. .644. I was using like 738 at Portimao. I was incredibly rearwards on the brake bias in the Ford, like really rearwards. Nine ABS, 434 is nice. 343, 434. But my back end's gonna be stepping out all over the place. 434. We'll try 444 for now. I said try 113, brother. You realize I got a T300, mate? Like, I can't feel the rear end of the best of times, mate. Did you have a setup on though? Oh yeah, nah. With open's different because you can do other things in the setup to tame the rear end, you know? We'll see. We'll see how close we can get to what we were doing in the Ford. Now this guy's gonna be fast, bro. for me to be happy, I need to at least get a low 201 to be happy.
Logging enabled.
Do you know what? Do you know what we need to do, lads? Before I forget,
Log building finished.
plug my pedals out and plug them back in. Because, yeah, in race pace in the Ford, I was in the mid 201s. How did my wheel just go?
Logging enabled.
All right, Zach, man. I must say, I probably prefer the Mustang around here just because I just know it, you know? So let's see. Hey, back end stepping out. Right. Let's please not bottle quali, man. And I bottle turn one. Oh my God. First lap officially dead. Actually surprisingly stable through there. Jeez. Yeah, I broke too early. I did a 2-minute 2 already. Dang.
Time 2:01.70.
2 Oh my God. Alright, we're throwing this lap away. Whoops. I might have to change the TC slip through there, because that just doesn't turn at all. I will try this. Oh my God. Not like this. Not like this. Will disconnected. You're kidding me. Oh my God. Wow. What just happened, bro? Brother. God. No. I'm gonna lose points just for quality, bro.
Log building finished.
Bro, how's my wheel just disconnected on a random one? Oh my God. I mean, to be fair, I was never getting a 59.7, but lads, I think I could have put it second. Bro, I'm used to my pedals disconnecting, bro. Oh my days. When has that ever happened? Like never in the history of ever. I was gonna turn the force feedback up. I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to, brother. I said it's time. Okay, yeah, I remember him, bro. I remember him. Ah, see, look, I should have. I had to qualify top 4, not to lose points, bro.
Teams and drivers go to the grid.
All right, this should be fun, right, lads? Fun. Right. Let's get the music. Let's lock in, because it needs to be done. 7th. Okay. Okay, 7th. Listen, no fault of our own. We messed up the first few laps, but the wheel disconnected is tough, bro. I generally just don't know what's happened. To be fair, the back, bro, I need to show you guys the picture. The back of my wheel, the wire, wow. The wire is literally hanging on. Bro, that's the first time my wheel's disconnected in like, I can't even think how long. But if you look at the wire at the back, it's probably not a surprise, bro. Like, I'm actually shocked that it still works. It must be meant to be, bro, because this wheel is about to collapse upon itself. 20 laps, we're refueling 8 laps worth of fuel. We can't, bro. We can't let this be our reality, bro.
Lap has started.
How am I driving the rag? That doesn't make any sense.
Green flag, green flag.
Bro, where are you going? Okay, we made up one position. We'll take it. Wow, he was literally on edge, trying to get that slowed down. Oh, this guy's got a drive-through as well. Nice. Whoa, what the hell?
That time was a 2:50.16.
What is this guy doing? Yeah, I know he's letting off the brake. An absolute idiot. Already 5 seconds behind P4, bro.
Lap 2:05.32.
Turn. This car doesn't like to turn, does it? You can tell he's one of them. I would lower it. I'm gonna lower the TC once I get a bit more comfortable in the car, I think.
That time was a 2:02.14.
Is it me? But sometimes some of the downshift sounds silent in the Aston. Like you can't hear the downshift sometimes. Yeah, it actually puts me off. I feel like I haven't shifted it and I have. All right, I'll give it a try, man. Serious understeer there, bro. Must be shifting too late.
Lap 2:01.70.
I'm definitely pulling the undercut. I think we'll pit
Time
at the end of lap 8.
1.99.
I believe it's only a 20 lap race. I did this race last week. I need to, can someone double check how much laps it was? I'm sure it was only 20. It might work with this guy in traffic. That's what I'm banking on. I mean, a lot of it would depend on how easy it is to get through the guys at the back of the GT3.
2.62.
But maybe I wouldn't even catch them. I do another lap and then decide. I see, with all this traffic, bro, I might as well just pit. I'm pitting. No, 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 no! I sped! Oh my God. I sped! Oh, damn it. I sped. And I know I did. Oh God. It's over, it's over. It's over. I'm getting a stop and go 30. It's over. Ah, brother. Just give me a DT. Just give me a DT. Don't give me a stop and go 30. Just give me the DT, please. Thank you, sir. Please. Love to see it. Love you. Please. Fuck. Oh, look at the clear air I would have had. Look at the clear air I would have had. Oh my God. Oh, this would have been perfect. Absolutely perfect. Look at the gap. Oh man. Cheers, bro. Take care, Zach. Why did I send it in so hard? We ain't pitting yet.
That time was a 2:52.93.
This would have been so perfect, lads. Oh my God. We would have cleared, I reckon we would have cleared some of those cars in front. A stop and go 30 is like diabolical, bro. Oh my God.
That time was a 2:06.
What I should have done the first time. Or even the guy that got a dry freeze in front of me. I don't even want to see my driver rating after this. Yeah, a lot of them are going to be pitting this lap, next lap. I don't salvage anything.
Lap 2:35.68.
Five seconds. Why does it keep stuttering like that? Weird. So now we got to target top 10. Is someone DNF'd? Here come the hypers. Of course, you just throw it down the inside right there. Why wouldn't you? Do I like the Aston? I'm not a massive fan of it on default, I can't lie. I prefer the Ford on default. But of course, default is... Well, fixed setup is only a small portion of the reality of how the car actually handles. Like, I find it easier to get time out of the Ford. Put it that way.
That time was a 2:02.78.
Wow. Wow. Literally just drove past me like I wasn't there. We'll try to get the McLaren now. Can't wait to try the Lexus. Yeah, the Lexus should be good, man. Oh my God. I'm expecting the Lambo to be good as well.
That time was a 2:04.77.
Yeah, we're definitely not getting top 10 back. That drive-through's killed us. Why does it keep lagging in the same part of the track? Weird. Yeah, Qatar is going to be immense, I think. I think it'll probably suit the hypercars more. It is like a high downforce track, but that should be fun. I'm sure that the 2025 content will be coming, bro. You can be way more aggressive in that corner in the Aston than you can in the Ford. Yeah, apparently they're supposed to be looking at like bringing the European Le Mans series content, apparently, which would be like Silverstone, Barcelona, Paul Ricard.
Lap 2:03.07.
Yeah, LMP3. And if they could bring the Asian one as well, then that's, to me, that's when I would be super excited, because I feel like Asian tracks are probably some of the best tracks for racing. Got Dubai Autodrome, which is a great track. Malaysia. And Yas Marina, which I reckon would be pretty good. Yeah, the understeer feels more apparent in this car than it does when I'm driving the Ford.
Time 2:02.67.
The only guy who's had a worse race than me is Canella. Aston's really good out of that corner. Understeer's insane. The speed and penalty at the start, yeah, that could use work, because I've been done numerous times unfairly at the start of races. But I can't complain about the penalty I got today. It was a slam dunk, mate.
That time was a 2:03.
1 lap to go.
0.
Apparently. Yeah, so for me, the Ford on brakes, a lot more comfortable. I don't think the Aston's bad. I just feel like the Ford is easier to get on with. I feel like the Aston rotates in slow speed corners better though. And trying to hang on to this car, it just feels tough. Oh, see, we could have taken even less fuel. But then again, we weren't expecting to be this far back. That is gonna be a sad one. Bro, I won't even be surprised if it absolutely boots me all the way back to bronze. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. I know I'm definitely going back to silver 1. Definitely. I mean, they did get a big investment. They got like a £2 million investment. So I think their focus is on expanding the future, bro. If you, I think that Stephen Hood guy, I swear he did an interview with, what's her name? Traction GG, I think. He did an interview with them and he was talking about the future of the game and future possible content. So I wouldn't worry too much, man. I think they're already looking into those sorts of things. So we'll see what happens, man. Hopefully they're able to, hopefully they're able to do something. This is still saying silver 2. I don't believe it. If I've gotten away with a silver 2, I'm absolutely chuffed, man. Yo, Mike, what's going on, bro? We got away with that because that's probably the worst race I've had since, well, the worst race I didn't finish this race. Or did I? Yeah, I did, 4th. Yeah, it's the worst race I've had since April. Go down. Okay, it's the worst race I've had since the 31st of March, mate. and we took an absolute beating. Let's see what we lost on this day. What did we lose on this day? Let's see, bro. -13. Damn. What did we lose today then, lads? That's the question. What did we lose today? I'm seeing 2 double arrows. I'm preparing myself for heart attack. Oh my God. -28 is actually diabolical. -28. Oh my. It's like they want to fight me or something. Like, all right, listen, bro. Let me break down to you why I personally think this doesn't make any sense. Okay? All right, let me just break it down, all right? Number 1, I got a race penalty, stop and go, speeding in the pit lane. Cool. Why has my safety rank gone up? Doesn't make sense. I had 4 contacts with this Lucas Bellend ×4. Still went up, even though it wasn't even my fault. But if you qualify out of position, your rank gets blasted. You finish out of position. Look, don't get me wrong. This is where I see it, bro. I feel like qualifying shouldn't have any bearings on your ranking, bro. In my opinion. As far as I'm concerned, because it doesn't matter where you qualify, it only matters where you finish, bro. Let's say if you have a bad quali or you get into quali late and you qualify 19th, but then you come all the way through the field and finish 3rd, you're still losing ranking. So in my opinion, if you start 19th and finish 3rd, it's been a great drive. How are you losing ranking? Qualifying should be a small percentage of your rank, bro, to be honest. They put way too much emphasis on quali. All right? Listen, finishing out of position, cool. It's ×2, so cool. I'll allow that. Finishing out of position, you should get cooked. But qualifying out of position, can't get cooked for that. Not even a race. Anyone can qualify out of position and have a good race, but what you're saying is quality is more important than the race. Or just as important when it's not. Not in this game, anyway. I mean, that's why, because I've had races before where I've had a bad quali. Like sometimes when you just jump on the game, no practice, just jump in, you don't do no practice, you end up qualifying like 9th or something when you're like ranked like top 2 in the lobby. And then you have a race, you get all the way back up to 2nd and your ranking still negative. It's like, bro, how is qualifying outweighing your race? I don't get that. You know what I mean? I generally don't really get that sort of decision making, but it is what it is, bro. I'm still in rank 2, so you know what I mean, we survived in rank 2. We'll take it, lads. I don't know how my safety rank went up. I literally did everything not for it to go up. Look, I've got more red than green, and it still went up by +6. Quali, I did 2 clean laps. Race, I did 17 clean laps. Okay, so I take it. Clean laps in a race is that matters more than anything else. Contacts, nothing. Interesting. I think the ranking system is okay, but it just needs fine tuning to me. It just needs fine tuning because not in any form of racing, unless you're racing at Monaco in F1, is the be all and the end all quali. It never has been. So, you know, why does it matter so much? Yeah, tone down the quali multiplier when it comes to rank. No one gives a shit about quali. Because just because you're ranked highly in the lobby, let's keep it real, it doesn't mean that you know, you have to be seriously fast. Or like new people coming in, just because they're like, they might be esports drivers from another game and they might be rapid, and just because they out qualify you, your ranking gets battered. It's like, bro, it's quali. You know what I mean? Hopefully, we'll see. It's not long now. You know what? I feel like, in general, the months and days go past very quickly. But I must say, it's taken long. It's taken long to get to June 10th, bro. I feel like I've been on, you know what I mean? I feel like it's been like the 26th of May for about 5 days, bro. Like every day I'm checking the date. I'm like, I swear this was the same day yesterday. I swear. Yeah, there's no such thing as last the first challenge on this, and unless you want to get your ranking completely beaten up, and you literally have to make it back to first, bro. It actually is the challenge for real. Yeah, man. I don't know. But lads, customary F1 talk. What did we think about the Monaco Grand Prix? I know what I thought about it. Absolutely shite. Monaco was absolute, bro. Do you know what? Listen, I get the nostalgia and all that, but Monaco's been shit for way too long, bro. Like, how long has Monaco just been a boring race? It's boring. Like, it's you know nobody is overtaken. You know it. So it's like there's no jeopardy in a race. Even if you were on fresh tires and the person in front of you is on 50 lap tires, you're not getting past. So it's just like, I don't get it, innit? Genuinely. Think, to be honest, Lando Norris, the race was done on Saturday, man. You know? We got pole, and then just, that's what it was, bro. I didn't see any of the Indy 500, but I heard Ericsson almost won again. Was he second? I think Ericsson was second. Watch them push it back again. What's that? Bro, that crash in F2 was hilarious, bro. I don't know what that guy was doing at turn 1. I watched MotoGP, that was pretty good. MotoGP was good. Bro, the Marquez brothers, they're so lucky, bro. They are so lucky. In MotoGP, if there's a red flag before lap 3, they just restart the whole race. Marquez and his brother both crashed before lap 3. But the red flag came out, so they got to get back on the bike. Bro, they're so lucky. Oh, Ericsson got relegated. Damn. Yeah, Monaco is feeling like the cars are way too big. Way too big. The funny thing, bro, if you see a picture of today's F1 cars compared to like the F1 cars in like 2007, it's insane. These F1 cars are huge compared to the old cars, bro. Like crazy big. And I personally feel like I think if it went back to like the cars of like 07, I feel like a lot of the drivers would be a lot closer in pace, bro. That's what I think. I think it'll be a lot closer in terms of pace between the drivers. Yeah, 7 cars eliminated turn 1, man. This is wild. We haven't seen a pileup like that in F1 for years. That stuff doesn't really happen in F1 nowadays, man, because these lot know there'll be like cost cap and stuff, and bro, you can't even afford to be destroying your car, man. But yeah, they're very aggressive as well. But a lot of the time, like, that's why, listen, what I've noticed with like F2 drivers and like the younger guys, I would say they are probably more adaptable than a lot of the guys that's been in F1 for a long time, bro. Because if you look at like the trajectory of their careers now, those F2 drivers, they get thrown into F1 like straight away. They don't have as much practice as they used to back in the day, and they just gotta get on with it. You know what I mean? So it makes them adaptable. That's why you see guys like Isaac Hadjar, which no one ever thought this guy was going to be a standout guy, but just gets into F1, just do the job straight away. Whereas the guys back in the day, they had testing after testing after testing. And these cars are probably more mentally complex with, you know, like all sorts of electronical switches and modes and stuff. So I feel like the younger generation, they're going to be a lot more able to just do a bunch of different things in the car compared to the old school driver where they just focus on driving. And I feel like that's the benefit of being young, even in this whole day and age, bro. Even when I look at my kids and I think like, yo, like when I go in my daughter's room and I'll watch her sometimes playing Fortnite, like she's on mouse and keyboard, bro. Yo, even if I watch her writing something, bro, if you see how fast this girl can type, bro, it's insane. Like she can type without looking at the keyboard. Like she could be like this, typing like this without looking at the keyboard, no problem whatsoever. Even my son on the phone, he can navigate. He's only 3. He can perfectly navigate my whole phone, bro. Like perfectly. Everything. You know what I mean? Turtle Wolf said if Merck had qualified, say 4 and 5, Monaco would have been a 1-2 on strategy. Hey, when I done shit. Bro, if you're not leading at Monaco, you're not winning nothing. Monaco doesn't get one outside of the front 2 rows, bro. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The new gen kids, they're different, bro. I'm telling you. Like, even if they're not like on raw talent, better than the older guys, they have a lot more capacity to do a lot of things, bro. Yeah, that Williams shot was abysmal, man. You think Alonso's over? Bro, I've been saying it, bro. I've been saying it for years, mate. He's finished. Like the only thing saving Alonso is the fact that Lance Stroll's his teammate. Other than that, bro, he's done. Obviously, I know it wasn't his fault, but he's done as a championship contender. For Alonso to win a championship, bro, he's going to have a car that is a good 5-6 tenths a lap quicker than anything else, and to have Stroll as a teammate. That's the only way guys like Alonso are winning championships, bro. Other than that, he's just a medium driver now. He's not a standout driver. At his peak, he definitely was, but he's old now, man. Like for me, bro, like I don't get why people try to hang on to this nostalgia with drivers when they're clearly not what they used to be. It's just the evolution of every single sport. You know what I mean? I accepted that shit when Schumacher came back and he just wasn't the same, but I accepted it, bro. That it's done. I knew halfway through 2010, bro, Schumacher was never going to be the same. I mean, same with Vettel. I knew when it was done for him and all. Yeah, that's what Alonso needs, bro. Like a Braun GP at the start of '09, that's what Alonso would need to win a championship. I feel like the competition is too high now, and there's too many people in a good car. Like I said, even like if you go back to 2010 when there was like, what was it, 6 world champions on the grid? You had Vettel, Hamilton, Alonso, Schumacher, Button, Raikkonen. But like even then, when you think about it, Raikkonen was no longer at his best back then. Schumacher wasn't at his best. Button's a good driver, not a great. He's more in the Rosberg category for me. So in that time period, in terms of talent, it was only really the standout talents were only really Alonso, Hamilton, and Vettel. And I believe that Alonso and Hamilton are better than Vettel. You know what I mean? So, like, I feel like now, like raw speed-wise, I feel like the drivers now are faster than that era, like on raw speed. Maybe not with maybe not consistency or know-how or experience, but raw speed, I feel like the drivers now are quicker. I said Alonso turned into 2009 Barrichello. No, I think if Alonso had to go against Stroll for a championship, Alonso would beat him. But Stroll doesn't care. You know what I mean? That's his issue. Stroll just does not give a shit. If you don't care, he's not fussed. You don't mind. He's just there just because. You know what I mean? He doesn't care. But if Alonso had a proper teammate, he'd be getting smashed. Or a younger guy, he'd be way more stressed out. That's why Alonso is able to continue for so long, because he's not stressed. Even if he's in a bad car, he doesn't have to worry because he's always ahead of his teammate. Once you get older and then you start getting a teammate that starts beating you, that's when you start to become stressed out, because there's nothing you can do. Now you're getting exposed. You know what I mean? I'd pick Ocon over Fisichella. Fisichella was soft, man. Like, think about a lot of those guys, like Trulli, all these, like, bro. Nah, mate. Like, even when Raikkonen went to Ferrari, that was not Raikkonen at his best. The best version of Raikkonen was at McLaren, bro. Even though he won a championship at Ferrari. Look at the way he won it. Scraped it. You know what I mean? Think about it. Like, 2007, 2008, you had guys like Massa challenging for a title. Massa. Like, Massa was a decent driver, but in today's field, where would Massa be? He wouldn't be a top 6, top 7 driver, mate. Yeah, signs of a Ralf Schumacher for sure. I mean, like, today's era, like, on raw speed, you've got some of the fastest guys on just raw pace, bro. You can get out qualified at any time by any of these dudes. Montoya or Leclerc? Ooh, that's close. That is close, because Montoya was an actual beast. I rated that guy. But Leclerc for longevity, because Leclerc stayed faster for longer. Montoya was good for a few seasons and then went to McLaren and got absolutely smashed by Raikkonen. So I'm gonna go Leclerc still. But Montoya at his height was nasty work. That guy actually had it, but longevity, man. Yeah, you missed the whole stream, bro. I start at 7:30 UK time. Who else? Like when you think about it, like in each era, in Schumacher's era, he's the only one that really had it. I guess you could say Hakkinen, but it was like, Hakkinen had a great car, but I don't feel like Hakkinen would have beat Schumacher in the same car, bro. Piastri or Coulthard? Because Coulthard's another one. Coulthard was fast on his day, bro. Coulthard was a fast guy on his day. That's tough. I still think Lando. I feel like Lando is faster than Piastri. Hakkinen over Norris, yes, Hakkinen over Norris. I feel like, I don't know. I've said it 1,000 times. I feel like in clear air, Norris versus Piastri, I feel like Norris is slightly quicker. I just feel like Piastri is just a better racer. He's a better racer. He's more aggressive. He's more cool. He isn't. I feel like he doesn't fumble under pressure like Lando. But if you're talking about raw speed, I feel like Norris is slightly faster. Nigel Mansell. It's tough because these guys, like, it's a completely different era. Nigel Mansell was a beast, though. He was definitely a beast. But even so, when you calculate it to today's drivers, the fitness that they have today compared to back then, like even Senna was fast as he was, but in terms of fitness, like when Schumacher came around, a lot of people had to change what they were doing because of how fit Schumacher was, bro. It's like Schumacher was the one who sort of changed a lot of the way how people saw F1 drivers. They became athletes because of how Schumacher used to train. So it's difficult because now these drivers, they were athletes now. You know what I mean? Whereas like Nigel Mansell, Montoya, well, sometimes these guys will be a little bit too big to even fit in the car. Like Mansell couldn't even fit in the car by the end. Yeah, he was, but I remember Patrick Head saying that Senna used to fade. You know what I mean? He used to fade at the end of races. Bro. He used to get tired. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. These guys were like smoking cigarettes. You know what I mean? Like, it's a different world now. But look, back then there was like one driver per generation. You had Senna, then Schumacher came. You can kind of say Alonso came halfway through Schumacher's generation. Hamilton came into Alonso's generation. But Hamilton, Raikkonen, I would say, at Raikkonen's height, the guy was a monster. So I would say like he was extremely talented. Then Hamilton came. I suppose Hamilton and Vettel, they were together in their generation. But in terms of raw speed, no, I tell you who was up there. Kubica. He was up there, bro. That guy was a monster. But that crash he had in rally just killed him. Killed his career. But Kubica, that guy would have been a joke. He was rapid. I would say that was the three. Hamilton, Vettel, Kubica. That was the three in that generation that I feel like had the speed. Even though I still put Vettel slightly lower than a Hamilton and even Kubica. I feel like on raw speed, Kubica was a joke. I know he's fast in hypercars with half of an arm. This is what I'm saying. Like, to be honest, McLaren really, they shot themselves in the foot. Obviously, there was a lot of in-house fighting and stuff, but they would have absolutely destroyed 2008 championship. Destroyed it. They would have absolutely destroyed it in 2008. I'll be real, bro. I'll keep it a real, bro. Like, if Schumacher never left F1 in 2006, I feel like he would have won it in 2007 and he would have won it in 2008, bro. He was still faster than Massa when he tested. When did Schumacher test again? Oh, when did he do that test? I think it was 09, bro. No, there's a test he did in 2007 or 8, and he was still faster than Massa and Raikkonen, bro, in the Ferrari. It's like, bro, he didn't even need to retire, man. I can't lie. I need to see a little more competition, man. Yeah, but it never would have been Shuey and Alonso, Shuey and Massa, because Massa would have been getting out of the way. Massa would have been backing up Schumacher, and that would have been it. You know what I mean? That's what would have happened. If you look at a lot of the time, Schumacher's championship battles, he's always had to take on two drivers, bro. Always. It's always been him against two drivers, bro. Always. And Ham and Alonso, like, they don't get on, so they just would have been taking points of each other. Massa would have been parking it and helping out Schumacher the whole way. Do you know what it is to me with WEC, bro? They're handicapping Toyota so bad, bro. It's like, no, come on now. You know what I mean? Like, you're literally stopping these lot from challenging. Like, the bop has just gotten out of control. It's gotten out of control on the front of Toyota. Because the thing is, and the drivers are not even allowed to talk about it. So, like, they're coming out of quali in that. They qualified like 2.7 seconds off. You're thinking, there's no way Toyota are this far off of Ferrari. Like, no chance. It's literally BS. And then you go and talk to the drivers and they're just like, yeah, there's nothing we can do. Like, do you know what I mean? BOP. What can we do? So in that aspect, they need to fix that. Well, what did you guys think of the whole thing with Hamilton and the Ferrari engineer? But listen, man, bro. Ferrari's pit crew, bro. No, the pit crew's been doing well actually in terms of pit stops, but on the sidelines, bro, it's like it's very difficult to hear the way that they communicate during races because it's like, even as someone we're all outsiders listening in, I heard Hamilton ask the question, and I thought before Hamilton said it, I didn't think he was going to say it, but before Hamilton said it, I was already thinking it, like, wait a second. He didn't ask what tyre compound there was on. He asked, like, how far am I behind? My man gave him tyre compounds. Like, what? Who was Schumacher's strongest teammate apart from Rosberg? Probably Barrichello, I think. Probably Barrichello. Irvine was decent, but Irvine used to, bro. Irvine used to get absolutely smashed. Let's be real. I feel like the driver who's had the hardest teammates in F1 history has got to be Prost, bro. Prost has had the hardest teammates out of everyone. Got 4 championships. The guy's a beast. Very underrated as Prost. I think, to be honest, I think Rosberg was lucky to. Basically, I feel like if Rosberg was Schumacher's teammate in Schumacher's prime, I don't feel like Rosberg would have been a problem. I'll be real. Like, I don't, like, for me personally, I don't really rate Rosberg as anything special, man. No, but I feel like Prost always gets overlooked. But if you look at that, like, he always went up against the best guys. So it's like, if he would have taken the route that some other guys had, he could have mounted up a load of championships. You know what I mean? Bro, he won three Monaco Grand Prix in a row. He did have a car that was about 8 tenths of that faster than anything else for a good chunk of that, mate. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Like, I put it like this, bro. There's some drivers who you knew were going to go on to greatness. And there's other drivers who happen to walk upon a great car. No one can tell me before 2014 that anyone ever thought Rosberg would be a world champion. You know what I mean? No one ever thought this guy would be a world championship driver or world championship material. Bro. Bro, even in the title that Rosberg won, he scraped it. He had to scrape it, bro. You know what I mean? Like, as far as I'm concerned, for me, like when I think of like great drivers, I look at like, for instance, like Rosberg. From 2014, 15, and 16, the Mercedes average pace over the rest was 8/10 a lap, and Paddy Lowe admitted that they toned down the cars in the races, not to make the FIA step in and basically nerf them. So they had even more of an advantage. But from what we do know, their lap average was 8/10 a lap quicker for like 3 years in a row. Bro. I think in 2015 it was like 7 or 6/10, and 2016 it was like 8/10 a lap. You're in a car that's 8/10 a lap faster than anything else, and then the moment it starts raining, you got Verstappen all over you, bro. That shows me that you're not at that elite level, in my opinion, because yes, you can make the difference to a certain extent in the wet, but a good car is a good car. You didn't see Max Verstappen all over Hamilton in the wet, you know, in 2016, because Hamilton still had the car advantage and Hamilton was good in the wet. So you didn't see Max all over Hamilton. But every time he got wet against Rosberg, Max was slapping him up. You know what I mean? Rosberg literally had to wait until he went dry to even be able to race him. So after I saw that, I was like, yeah, this guy, he's not quite there, is he? He's not that guy. Yeah, like, I mean, most people know the story of why Mercedes' dominance was so big. You know what I mean? It's the engine, but still, like, they must have had a decent chassis as well. I think their chassis was like at least top 2. Get out of here. So for me, like, I don't know, man. I say Senna, Schumacher, Hamilton, Max. Those are the generational talents. And I feel like people expected it from Leclerc as well. But I'm telling you, bro, Leclerc's fast, bro. And I feel like with Leclerc, a lot of the mistakes we've seen over the years from Charles is because he's at Ferrari and he's having to. Now you're starting to see it. Now you've got Hamilton there, someone who was able to perfectly function at Mercedes in a team that were very methodical about their work. Now you're starting to see like all the questions he has to ask and all these things, and where he's getting confused and he's not able to always produce his best because he's in a team where it's just confusion, bro. Do you know what I mean? That's what Leclerc has been having to deal with. So you're gonna make mistakes under that duress because you're having to think about everything yourself. I remember that McLaren best chassis foolishness, man. But it's very hard to prove, I guess. My assumption was Red Bull probably had the best chassis. Well, they did in 2014, I think. But the engines were it was just way more important to have a good engine. To be honest, having a good engine carried a lot of weight all the way up until 2021. Having the best engine carried Mercedes a long, long way, bro. But as I said, their chassis weren't too bad because if you look at 2019, Ferrari had a good engine, but their chassis wasn't good. So the moment that engine got nerfed, because they obviously cheated, they went absolutely nowhere on any type of track. They were just crap everywhere. But even Red Bull, when their engine was rubbish, there were some instances where they could still stand out because their chassis was so good. But right now, like, I mean, I was kind of surprised at Ferrari's pace at Monaco, but I probably shouldn't have been because they've been good at Monaco for as long as I can actually remember. They've always been good in the tight corners. You know what I mean? So, like, over bumps, I've noticed Ferrari's pretty good. So they seem to. Was it Singapore 2023? Even when Red Bull were dominant, Ferrari still had a decent car there. Monaco last year, they won. I know Vettel won a couple of Monacos, didn't he? I'm sure no, Vettel won at Monaco. So they've always been pretty decent at Monaco. And I'll be honest, bro. I reckon Charles Leclerc around Monaco is worth about 2/10. I can't lie. Charles Leclerc around Monaco is worth 2/10. Man. I'm telling you. Kimi was robbed in 2017. There's been loads of robberies at Monaco, man. It's actually sad. Because you get that pit stop, you get told to come in, it's just too sad, bro. Leclerc, I think Leclerc's been robbed at Monaco as well, even though he won it last year. But yeah, Leclerc's a joke at Monaco. This guy got pole in 2021 around Monaco. Obviously, he binned it into the wall, but think about how slow that car was in 2021, bro. Like that's talent. Then he got pole at Baku as well. I knew this season, if you're gonna give me two tracks where Leclerc is gonna destroy his teammate, it's always Monaco and Baku, bro. Always Monaco and Baku, bro. He's a joke at Baku. I remember when he was in F2 and he started last and came through and won at Baku. That was a joke. And he's super talented, bro. Like, I would have liked to have seen. I want him to leave Ferrari. I can't lie. I genuinely want him to leave because he's not doing shit there. Charles Leclerc is not going to win nothing at Ferrari, bro. Tell you that for free. He needs to go somewhere else, man. Because he is someone that has that extra special something. He is someone that has that raw speed. And if he was ever given like a championship car, he's got it. But it can't be at Ferrari because it's too stressful. I don't feel like he has the extra mental capacity to deal with certain things that maybe a Hamilton does or a Max does. You know what I mean? But he has the speed. And the speed is the hardest thing to have. So, like on raw talent, I think like Leclerc's better than Norris, Piastri, Russell. I feel like he's faster than all of them. But it's just them extra brainwaves, bro. Them extra brainwaves that makes the difference. And that Ferrari, as you guys can see, the drivers are constantly having to figure things out because the communication's not good. No, I didn't watch the Indy 500, man. I didn't watch it. I watched the F1, and I watched the football. So I missed it. I watched MotoGP as well. Yo, Russell tried it, bro. He tried it. Man said, I'm not waiting behind this guy anymore. Just give me the penalty. I'll take it. Them motherfuckers gave him a drive-through. Sad. He proper tried it. But that stuff would be annoying, bro. Dude's driving 4 seconds a lap off the pace. I'll be fuming. I can't lie. Joe, I tell you one thing I've noticed, bro. Like, don't get me wrong. I think Isaac Hadjar, I think he's done well, yeah? But there's one thing I've noticed about this guy. I've noticed it in 2 races so far, bro. Like, he said it himself that he's a massive Hamilton fan and whatnot. But I swear this guy froze his own race to give Hamilton a position. I swear to God. I've seen it twice, bro. Twice this guy's done this. I'm like, bro, you do know you've got your own career in that. Do you know what I mean? You've literally got your own career, mate. Because you're at Monaco. Like, picture this, bro. He's at Monaco. Like, you can't pass. He pitted in front of Hamilton and Alonso. He put on the soft tires for like 2 or 3 laps and then pitted again. Cool. But what I'm saying is you pitted first, you got the undercut, you put softs on, which should have been the faster compound. But if you actually look at his lap times, bro, why was he lapping 3 seconds off the pace? Like in the 2 laps that he did on the softs, he was lapping 3 seconds off the pace. Why? Like he didn't push like at all. I was thinking, like, huh? This guy's got a chance to finish 5th. Like, wait, what? Why are you 3 seconds a lap off the pace on the fastest compound? It makes no sense. You know what I mean? Like, Liam Lawson was already backing up the field, so he got put into clean air. So, literally, he should have never lost position. It's not like he got held up like Alonso did. He didn't. He was in free air, bro. Guy's weird. I get being a fan in that, but bruv, you got your own race to run in that. I don't get why Red Bull would ask him to not push. Do you know what I mean? Because in essence, he lost the position, so it doesn't make sense. Their whole strategy didn't even make sense. Why did you even put the softs on? He could have slapped on some hards and started pushing, because remember, the leaders weren't even pushing at this stage, bro. The leaders did not push. Hamilton was still stuck behind Alonso for a lap. What was he doing? What was Hadjar actually doing? You know what I mean? I don't get why like Red Bull would tell Hadjar to slow down or not push and let the Ferrari through. That doesn't help. If anything, Ferrari would be more of a threat to Red Bull, so I don't make no sense. And I noticed it as well. He did it at, I can't remember, but I think it might have been Suzuka. He did it at Suzuka. Hamilton got behind him at Suzuka. We all know at Suzuka, it was super hard to overtake. And then he just let Hamilton through. And then at the end of the race, like the last like 6-7 laps, he was faster than Hamilton. It's like, bro, why'd you give up a position when your pace, your average pace over the race was the same? You know what I mean? It don't make no sense, bro. Alonso was fuming. It was fuming, but it was a dumb strategy, bro. It was a dumb strategy. That's why, like, I didn't get the whole Hadjar thing, because Liam Lawson backed the whole field up, created a massive space, so Hadjar could get a pit stop and get out in clean air, and then he could have pushed for a few laps so he doesn't get undercut, and then he only would have had 1 pit stop to make, and they would have just kept the 5th position. Like, huh? Why would you, on your out lap, why would you lap 3 seconds a lap off the pace for 2 laps? You lost 6 seconds in 2 laps. What was he doing? Clean air. Like, huh? What are you doing? Alonso's cooked, bro. He's finished, mate. So yeah, as I said, I've noticed Hadjar twice, bro. I'm a keep an eye on it. I get being a fan of someone or someone's your idol and that. Like, Schumacher was my guy, but I wouldn't be just letting him pass on no track. Like, at least have a race. Because at Suzuka, Hadjar 100% let Hamilton pass, bro. Because if you look throughout the field, there was hardly no overtakes. You know what I mean? He didn't defend Hamilton at all. And then when you look at the race average, their average pace, their lap pace was the same. So it was like, why are you not fighting for position? I don't get this kid. I get it if it's your teammate or something like that, but there ain't no friends in F1, bro. You got a chance to get your best finishing position. Why are you not going for it? Weird. Let's see what. I'm more intrigued to see what happens next year. I feel like the cars are going to be terrible next year, by the way. But I want to see what Adrian Newey cooks up. I believe Aston Martin will be a top 4 team again next season. I believe Red Bull will probably drop out of the top 4. Nah, I wouldn't put him in Red Bull, bro. It's a poison chalice, man. It's a poison chalice. Look how everyone thought Yuki was going to go in there and do something. He's been getting absolutely smashed. No different from Perez, Albon, Gasly. No difference, bro. I don't feel like... Let him mature, because he still seems like a kid, kind of. Let him mature a bit, you know what I mean? I think it's too early to put these guys in against Max and get their confidence just ruined. That's what they did to Gasly, man. Ruined that guy for a while. But hell no, I wouldn't put him in Red Bull. Not personally. Let him mature. Because Yuki must be thinking, bro, yo, I want to go back. Yuki's done absolutely nothing in that car. They low-key might need to get Perez back still. Bro, listen, nah, man, I always said it, bro. Like, they should have went for, for me, a Sainz or a Hulkenberg, someone with experience, bro. You know what I mean? That's who I feel like Red Bull should have went with. Putting these young guys in is just pointless. They're just all going to get battered. Yeah, but Barcelona you can overtake because the DRS on the main straight's long enough. And you get a lot of speed coming out of the last corner, so you can overtake at Barcelona. Look, I agree. I feel like what it is, like people, I know, I feel like people say that the car is not crap to try and discredit Max. Obviously, a car can't be fully rubbish and still win races. I feel like it's just very difficult. You know what I mean? I feel like it's like driving a Porsche. It's extremely difficult. Anyone can drive it, but not anyone can be quick in it. That's what I feel like it is with the Red Bull. I mean, they can all get in and drive a car because they're drivers, but to be absolutely fast and be on the limit, they can't do it, bro. Yeah, the operating window is extremely small. And it's like, people often say this weird thing, but the car is built around Max and it's only for Max and it's only, bro, you cannot tell me there's 20 drivers, 20 of the best drivers in the world, and you feel like it's an excuse that the car is built around one driver and the rest can't drive it. No, bro. That tells you that one driver is extremely talented. If you look in every other form of motorsport, whenever this has happened, the person's always got praise, bro. When Marc Marquez was the only guy competing for wins on the Honda, when all the other riders were at the back, no one ever said, oh, this bike's only built for Marquez. No, everyone accepted that, yo, this guy is extremely talented, bro. The same for Casey Stoner on the Ducati. No one ever said, this bike's only built for Casey Stoner. Everyone just said, yo, Casey Stoner's a monster because he's the only person that can tame the bike. And that's what it is. You know what I mean? It's that whole, this car's made for this person. That's an excuse, bro. It's BS. It's a car, 2 pedals, 4 wheels, mate. You drive. You know what I mean? If you're a very adaptable driver, you're going to be able to go in it and go quick. It's that simple. Just look what Max did at the Nürburgring when he jumped in the Ferrari 296, set the lap record on it. Stoner was an absolute beast, bro. And people only realized how good Stoner was when Valentino Rossi tried to get on the Ducati and he was shite. Then they realized, yo, Stoner this guy's really got it. You know what I mean? And again, it was the same with Marc Marquez, bro. He was at the front competing and the rest of these guys were literally drowning at the back of the field. That's that extra talent that I'm talking about. Like, that's the generational talent. That's what I think, anyway. Just like you get, like, in, like, GT cars, you get a lot of guys that drive Porsche, but then you got Kevin Estre, who seems to be able to get that extra out of the Porsche that no one else can. You know what I mean? Like Raffaele Marciello when he was in the AMG. Like, he was that guy. So yeah, I feel like, you know, we're always, I don't know, man. I feel like in F1 again is very territorial at the moment. I feel like personally it's because of 2021, what happened in 2021. So a lot of people are extremely territorial with the drivers that they support and all that other bullshit. I honestly just take the emotion out of it, bro. Just be real for a sec. It's like no one's gonna stay the best forever. There's always gonna be another guy that's great. Always, no matter the sport. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. There's always, at some stage, always someone else gonna come along that's gonna be super talented. That's how it goes, man. That's just how sport goes, bro. So I really just, is what it is. I've seen a lot of great drives in F1, but you know, there's some things for some of them that stand out more than I would say would stand out for others. I feel like Max's ability to maximize the car is a standout. Very similar to what Alonso used to be able to do. And I don't feel like Alonso on raw pace was ever as fast as like the likes of Hamilton, but consistency wise, he had it, bro. And he could maximize what the car could do in the race. But raw speed, Hamilton was faster, in my opinion. But Verstappen's got like a bit of everything, bro. He's got a bit of everything. You reckon Hamilton's washed? Nah, I don't like the word wash still. Wash to me is like keep crashing, can't do nothing. I still believe Hamilton is very good. I just do not believe he is at the level that he was at his best. If he, let's say he was at 100% before, I feel like now in terms of talent, with age, he's dropped down to 95. Ordinarily, he's still better than the majority of the field, but in the last few years where he's been paired with Russell and Leclerc, those guys are fast enough to make it show that you're not what you used to be. If he was still up against like Bottas, he'd beat Bottas still. It would be a situation like what we're seeing with Alonso, where Alonso's beating Stroll, so Alonso's not being called out like he should be. But because Hamilton's going up against like young, extremely talented guys, he's getting shown up. But I don't believe that means he's washed, because when I think about it, like, I would still say he's better than the majority of drivers. I just don't think he's better than Max, Leclerc. Like, to me, he's in the mix behind them lot. Like, obviously you can say like mentality-wise, Hamilton is better than like a Norris or whatever. But if we're talking about the raw levels of speed right now, I wouldn't say he's any faster than Norris, Piastri, or any of those guys, bro. Russell, I don't think he's any faster than them. I just feel like mentality-wise, he's got a stronger mentality, more experience. But pace-wise, in terms of all-out pace, now, he's not quicker than them. You know what I mean? He's in the mix of them, but he's not quicker than them. And that's where I feel like, you know, where people see his downfall. But I don't feel like he deserves to be called washed, because that to me is not washed. You know? That to me is not washed. He's just not at the level he was at in 2018, for instance. See, that's one thing I kind of can't argue with that. Because look, a lot of people used to criticize Vettel and say like he was just blown diffuser era, that, but to me, Hamilton has to adapt to this Ferrari to say that, look, he's got it. Because right now he's looking like he was not able to adapt to the ground effect era. Yeah, look, I feel like he'd be quick in the McLaren, but I don't know what it is. I personally think it's the ground effect cars because I don't remember ever Hamilton before complaining as much about setup or the rear end of the car. I always saw Hamilton as someone that, like, if the car had a problem, he was more the driver that could maximize it and drive through the problem. You know what I mean? Like, that's what when I go back to like 2009, he didn't have a perfect car. Rear end was loose, but to me, he was the guy that could drive through the problem. That's what I remember of peak Hamilton. If the car's difficult, it don't matter. He's still the one that will drag it where it needs to be. Now, it's like he doesn't have that adaptability. And I don't know if that's a ground effects thing or if that's just a age thing. You know? But he used to be adaptable, like I said. But at the end of the day, I don't feel like we can criticize a guy for not being at his best. But at the end of the day, bro, Hamilton's been in F1 like so long. You know what I mean? He's been in F1 for time. He's 40 years old. Can't expect this guy to carry on competing and being at his best ever level into his 40s. Like no one else in any other sport has got that pressure to be at their best into their 40s. It's like, so to me, it's acceptable for him not to be at his absolute peak. Because what other 40-year-old are we looking at and expecting them to be at their absolute peak? No one. Not in any other sport, bro. Don't expect no footballers to be at their best at 40. No boxers to be at their best. None. Like, even Valentino Rossi, when he got old in MotoGP, bro, he couldn't keep up. You know what I mean? Like, this is what it is, bro. Rossi's a legend of MotoGP, but he could not keep up, bro. Yeah, Brazil 2021, he was on fire. I don't know if that's the last time he's impressed me. No, I think Las Vegas. I think Las Vegas last season he was good. But I get what you mean. Like, Brazil's the last time he put together a whole weekend where he was quality. I'll say that, like, a whole weekend he put together. Las Vegas, he was good and he should have won, but because he messed up in quali, that's what cost him in the race, and that's all part of, you know, always getting the maximum, bro. He was. I say it like this: at Silverstone, I feel like he did well to manage the tires, but I personally feel like Norris threw that win away, bro. That should have been an easy win for Norris. You know what I mean? In Norris's position, he should have never lost that race. He put the wrong tires on the pit stop. He overshot in the pit stop. Like, what are you doing? That's the difference. Like, that's the mentality I'm talking about. Like, Norris dropped the ball at Silverstone. Obviously, Hamilton, you know, took advantage of that. But even in Silverstone, I thought Verstappen was as good as Hamilton. Verstappen's car was nowhere, but somehow he ended up hunting him down at the end of the race. That's what I mean, like, getting the maximum out of the car. Norris and these guys, they are not getting the maximum out of the McLaren last season when they should have been. That's why the title fight wasn't closer. And to be honest, they haven't even been getting the maximum out of the car this season. That's why Max is still in with a chance, because they haven't been getting the maximum week in, week out like a top driver should. And that's because there's mental fragility there for Lando. And obviously, sometimes these guys, they don't nail quali. The consistency is a little bit up and down. That's why I still feel like there's a level between the very top and some of the other guys, isn't it? But I would say like Spa. Hamilton was good at Spa as well. But for some reason, for whatever reason, Spa was very hard to overtake last season. I think they shortened the DRS and it just made it shit. I mean, like, no one could really get past. And even then, you're looking at Lando, like, he bottled that. He started at the front, got pushed into the gravel, and then he ended up somehow behind Verstappen. It's like, bro, the McLaren, you lot had the fastest car that weekend. Like, what was you doing? And to be honest, last season, I don't know how Max got pole in that car. Because that car was shite with that rear wing with the 2 bites out of it. Like, what was that? What was that? That rear wing was awful. I don't know how we got pole at Spa. And then you got the grid penalty, but yeah, for me, like, since 2022, Hamilton's form to me has just been up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Like, I go into races, I don't really know what Hamilton we're going to get. You know what I mean? So I feel like in that sense, like his consistency since the ground effect era has definitely dipped. And I don't feel like you can blame the car for that. Because you can have a crap car, but it doesn't, like, to me, it doesn't matter if your car's rubbish as long as you're getting the maximum out of the car. If your car's crap, fine. But if you're getting the maximum out of it, then no one can say nothing to you. No one can say, like, you're not performing. But if your car's crap and then you're good some weeks, crap next week's, like, your teammate's 4 attempts ahead this week, next week you're right with him, week after you beat him, next week after you're 6 attempts off, that to me, yeah, bro. Yeah, see, like, and I agree sometimes it feels like he just, the car's not got it, can't be asked. But I generally don't feel like that's a good mentality to have, bro. And I feel like that's not a mentality he used to have. You know what I mean? I don't believe that the mentality, I'm only going to push when my car's good. If it's not good, then it's whatever. I don't feel like that's a good mentality to have, bro. Yeah, he didn't, bro. The whole Ferrari pit wall, the pit stop crew doing very well. The whole Ferrari pit wall need to get in the bin. Honestly, they need to get in the bin. It's bad for Hamilton. It's bad for Leclerc. It was bad for Vettel. You know what I mean? The only person who survived the engineering, you know, is Sainz, and that's because he used to engineer it himself. He's the only one. Do you not remember 2022 when when they completely screwed Charles's race when the safety car came out, and then tried to tell Sainz to stay 10 car lengths behind him at the restart to protect him when they should have just pitted him in the first place. And he had to get on the radio and say, bro, stop inventing shit. Stop inventing, bro. What do you mean stay 10 car lengths behind him? What? Bro, it's something that only Ferrari would think of, man. Now, I believe Hamilton's hungry, but do you know, how can I say this, bro? I feel like Hamilton is having his midlife, not midlife crisis, but his mid-career car at the end of his career, when a lot of other drivers had that mid-career car at the start of their career. Hamilton started in F1 right at the front, right at the top from the get-go. Whereas if you look at a lot of other guys, Schumacher, flipping Alonso, Verstappen, a lot of these guys had to build up they had a long wait before they actually got to championship contending cars, and now they've been in those sorts of situations for a number of years. Whereas Hamilton, he just had it straight away. But now he's having the years that Alonso had, when Alonso just had mid-car after mid-car after mid-car. Now Hamilton's getting that at the end of his career where he really wants to go out on a high. So by the time he gets another good car, it might be too late for him, if you know what I mean. But he had all those good cars at the start. Like, first 6 years, bro, he had like 4 championship challenging cars. 2007, 2008, 2010, he was part of the championship battle till the last race. 2012, the car was fast enough. Maybe not, maybe it used to break down too much, but the Red Bull used to break down a lot, and Vettel still managed to win it. You know what I mean? So he had those cars, and then 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. No, bro, he's had like 12 championship challenging cars, bro. He's had a lot. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, man. He's had more championship challenging cars than anybody else that I can think of. Because no one else has had at least 12 cars that could have won a title. No one. So now if he's having crap cars, it's just, you got to chalk it up to the game. You know what I mean? How long was Max in F1 before he got a car that was capable of winning the championship? 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. His 7th season before he had a car that was capable. You know what I mean? You get 1 or 2 wins here and there, but for the most part, yeah. 2015 to 2021. Had to wait till the start of his 7th season. It's a long time to wait. I think Vettel had it in his 2nd season. He had a car that was good enough to fight. Leclerc had to wait time. Do you know what I mean? Alonso had to wait. I think Alonso was like 2 or 3 seasons, I think. So a lot of the time, a lot of drivers, they don't get the championship challenging car for ages, bro. How long did Button have to wait? Time. So that's just what it is, man. Like Rosberg had to wait. When did Rosberg come into F1? 2006. 2006, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. His 9th season before Rosberg got a championship challenging car. And that's why, like, when you determine like who's the best, or you know what I mean, you have to take into consideration all of these things, bro. I mean, a lot of these drivers, they didn't get a good car for years. So, you know, it's what it is, mate. It's what it is. But like I said, right now, you think Webber has a bit to do with how quick Piastri is learning the game? Yeah, Webber is definitely a good person to have around, and he can make sure that Piastri don't get pushed around as well, because we all know what happened to Webber when he was Vettel's teammate. You know what I mean? It's a good guy to learn off for sure. But I do believe that Piastri is more naturally talented than Webber is. But we'll see what happens this season. I'm going to be interested to see what happens in the next race, because now the technical directive comes in this weekend at the Spanish Grand Prix. I'm expecting Red Bull to be fast around Barcelona. I'm expecting Red Bull to be fast, McLaren to be fast. The track's not too bumpy, so Ferrari might get away with lowering their car. They might be quick, I don't know. But Barcelona's always been a good track for Lewis as well. Mercedes, Barcelona's always a good track for Mercedes too. That's one of their strongest tracks. So it's going to be interesting. It might be a close one. I expect Red Bull to be fast though, because anything with fast corners so far this season, it seems as if that's the only time Red Bull can actually compete with McLaren. It's with the tracks with the fast corners. So Barcelona's got quite a lot of those. Red Bull's pretty fast in a straight line as well. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be an interesting watch. Many upgrades coming, so who knows aside from Maka and Max. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. But this technical directive about the wing situation is one to watch out for, because I've seen a lot of the videos online, and that McLaren wing definitely moves around a lot more than any other wing. It's not even just their front wing. Their rear wing moves way more than what I've seen from the images of the Ferrari, the Mercedes, and the Red Bull. Their wing literally just shakes the whole time. Like, it dips down lower and it shakes way more. And they've got a lot of flexing on their front wing as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how that affects McLaren. So we shall see. We shall see. But it is what it is. But guys, I'm going to head off. Appreciate you guys for stopping by. Be back on Wednesday. And yeah, I will see you guys then. Take care of yourselves. And yeah, catch you guys on Wednesday, man. Peace.
Cryptic TMG made it home.
I'm onto this thing, so come out my way, cuz it's not like I'm bringing you down in the meeting and you want piece of the drink, cuz or a funny guy wanna give a wink, cuz it's not Adam and Steve in a Bible, you wanna put a rival to win it with me, cuz if you get caught slipping on the road, there's one thing about me, I carry that bottle with the petrol and throw it in your face, besides I got a split quick for it with pace, never can content flow is fire, that's why you don't want me in the case, and I embrace, cuz I got a shank to the waist, what, head to the bucket, this pick to the mace, and I put it at to the face, putting in the TikTok with the fogs in the place,
I'm Luger. Don't like what I write, go home and write.